Hello, and welcome back to the 100 game analysis of Guardian. Our last run was a run in which we didn't boss swap and took Guardian gear at the end of Act 2. Our deck consisted of a lot of stasis manipulation, as well as big damage combos using that stasis. Our Twin Slam had... We had a lot of Accelerate in general, honestly, but our Twin Slam had an Accelerate gem in it, and we had ways to clone that and then put it into stasis and then grab it back out immediately and just continue comboing over and over. And thankfully we were able to beat Niao with that, even despite her healing. And yeah, ended up being a very fun run, although very time consuming and energy consuming. And by energy consuming I mean it consumed my energy, not in-game. Although I did only have 3. So I guess it could go both ways. Alright, let's get into run number 14 here. I'm recording this before that video even goes up because of certain problems rendering the video. And I was eager to do something. And this is our 3rd strength gem in a row. I guess the game is making up for it. Alright, what's our boss? It's Ironclad again. Okay. Interesting. So, no boss swap today. We're going to choose a card, take max HP, or take damage to remove 2. Usually you want to find something that will benefit Guardian in the early game, especially whenever it's Ironclad, but in general, Act 1 is Guardian's worst point. I am eyeing this remove 2. Let's see if there's a way for me to use that. This path down the middle here looks really, really good. Oh, and even starts out really good too. Either way here I could do. And then I could go to either this campfire or this elite. Hit this campfire, elite, campfire, elite, campfire. Yeah, that's a massive route. If I remove 2, it might just be 2 strikes. That seems a little counterintuitive with our Ruby, but we'll be taking more over time, and I want to minimize the amount of damage that we take in these next hallway fights if I want to go as aggressive as I'm hoping to. So by keeping the Ruby unsocketed, I get rid of the strikes, hopefully use it with some other better attacks that we find. And if we fail to do that, I can maybe go into a defensive build like I did last time, take some Piercing Hides and some other common block cards, and then go that way. And then I can just put the Ruby in the Piercing Hide again. Just repeat that strategy. Choosing a card would be the safe option here, I think even better than max HP. You can whiff on the card, but getting 1 card reward further into your act gives you a better chance of surviving the first few fights with less HP loss. But I do want to do this. I'm not sure if this is correct, but I will do it. 47 HP is not a lot. Let's see. Just to make sure I'm absolutely sure before doing this, when I think about the original fights, there's Cultist, Jawworm, 2 Lice, and 2 Slimes. Jawworm, I think I would be fine against because I have defensive mode. That 1 turn of stall would allow me to just do full damage without having to worry too much, so I think I can get away with removing 2 strikes. Cultist, similar story. 2 Lice, that seems fine too, and so do 2 Slimes. Yeah, I'm fine with doing 2 strikes then. I don't see any reason up front why this would be terribly bad. And I am going to start here to get this potential 4 fight path, and then from there we make a decision whether to take an elite or to get an early rest or upgrade, I guess. And then we can rest here if we want. Or something like that. There are relics that would influence what I do at this campfire. For example, if I got an upgrade relic, such as Whetstone or War Paint, or if I got Regal Pillow, and or Dreamcatcher for resting. Eternal Feather would also be a thing. There's a lot of different factors that can go into this. Let's just start here, though. This seems like a pretty clear-cut path. We're not socketing the gem. I am still going to upgrade our Twin Slam, I think. Alternatively, I could grab the Ruby Key right now. Grabbing the Ruby Key would sort of be committing to this. I guess I don't have to. If I commit to this, I'm getting 2 campfires in a row anyway, so I can recall here and then get the strength here. And I'm guaranteed no shops along the way as long as I take this path. So I'll just stick with the upgrade. Do I want this over Curl Up? Yeah, extra damage is nice for going into elites. And also, having the 2 sockets open immediately is really good for us. Alright, we drew 1 defend, that's good. Because now we'll draw more this turn. No need to take damage in the fight if I don't have to. Okay, we got Curl Up, which means I can do this. I didn't play the defend, so I'd have a higher chance of hitting defend with Curl Up, so I'd draw more strikes. Or just damage of any kind, really. There's also a Twin Slam. Yeah. 0 damage fight, all according to plan, and we did a decent amount of damage. Reroute is perfect for what we're trying to do so far. Crystal Ray's still too weak, and Spiker Protocol is too early. And Reroute will help us a lot. Okay. Despite having so many defense in our deck, we still ended up with this. These 3 actually killed the Acid Slime with Ruby. 9 and 9 and 11 is 20 plus 9 or 29. And that saves us the most HP this turn because we can only block for 5 instead. This is blocking for 8. And I will put Twin Slam in. Cool. So even on an unlucky turn, we still got lucky. That's great. Cool. I've only lost 6 HP so far. Walker Claw and Vent Steam? Wow. I think on 3 energy this is a better early take. Like, Walker Claw is great with Ruby, of course, but... like, it's 21 damage. I think Vent Steam does do more, though. Oh yeah, a little bit more, I guess I'll talk now about the Ruby again. If you're just joining us in this series, I've talked about this before. I'm going to keep it brief since you'll see it in the last episode specifically. So if you want to go back and watch for more in-depth stuff. Basically, if I socket this in the Twin Slam, I'm getting about the same amount of damage as if I don't have it socketed, based on how the math works out. Because the original hit of the Twin Slam doesn't benefit from the Ruby. You did deal 7 damage, then you get the strength, and the next hit will do 9, and then you get the strength again. So it evens out. The reason I'm bringing this up again is because another reason that I had actually forgotten, but it actually factored into my thought process a while ago, was the fact that Walker Claw costs 2 energy to play. So if you have only 3 energy, socketing the Ruby does not do what you hope it will do. Because in order to get the strength, in order to play this with bonus damage, you'll have to play the Twin Slam and use all 3 of your energy on just damage. Which can be good, but also can be bad. So, I think that was wise. However, we're still taking the Vent Steam, and then at our next campfire we'll be able to socket our Ruby in the Vent Steam for the beginning of a very good damage combo. Okay. We're going to target the Louse on the left since it's buffing, and we don't want to take damage from it next turn. We can avoid it. Alright. Looks like we're going to be taking damage from this guy, but that's fine. Ruby Twin Slam will take care of it. 13. Fruit Juice. Awesome. 2 really good potions this early. Usually I'm not too big of a fan of Dupe Potion, but we got a couple good cards that we can definitely make use of it. Oh, early Repulsor? You know what? I feel set enough to take that. I will take this for Ironclad, and maybe even Sentries, should the opportunity arise. Alright, let's see what our first hard pool combat is. It's 2 rats. That's not bad. That's very not bad. Actually, we actually have 43 HP now because of the fruit juice, so something to keep in mind. Also, the reason I'm not using the fruit juice immediately is because some events use max HP to calculate how much you will lose. So waiting to use this can be beneficial. 13, 9, 9. It's 22-ish for these two. So I guess the least wasted damage would be on this side. Okay. If I do 6 damage here, that's 18. Ruby Twin Slam kills. If we draw all 3 of these, then we full block because Curl Up will put us into defensive. And also this guy will die to Thorns, but that doesn't really matter too much. I think we need to get the kill now, because there's no guarantee that we draw this card. It's a 5 and 7, but not fully guaranteed. This has to kill. Yeah, we just had 13 damage in our last fight. I said that out loud because I knew that would be an important number to remember, and there you go. Now we don't have to even calculate it. Piercing Hide. I don't mind taking a block card here. Might actually set us up well for the next fight. I don't think Emergency or Suspension are necessary. Suspension can certainly be nice sometimes. And also, there's potential for infinites, but I don't really want to use a common card to go infinite. Just not my style of play. I like playing in the more generalized way. The more popular way, I guess. My only concern is that if I go into an elite right now, like if it's Knob, I might have trouble dealing damage. I guess I have Dupe Potion for that. I also have Curl Up, plus our starting relic. Alright, I'll take it. Taking 1 block card is good for Act 2 as well. Also, I do feel good enough to take on this elite right now. It is Sentries. Okay. I could go into defensive immediately with Dupe Potion. That's actually a strategy. I full block this turn and next turn if I do that. And I get stuff into stasis as well for later. Okay. Let's do this first. Then let's dupe the Curl Up. Maybe I should have considered playing another card first. I forgot I had another energy. I guess Vent Steam will be what we do. Maybe we'll come back to that eventually to be able to do that. Did not draw our Ruby. Thankfully we have the block to play Repulsor here, and I think we have to, because we did not manage to get 15 cards before the Elite. Maybe that was something to keep in mind, but for now we should still be okay. We have plenty of cards this turn. In fact, we can even full block without even spending any energy, so I'm going to use all our energy on damage, which gets a kill. I'm going to brace for a bit more, get our defend back in 2 turns. Okay. What are the chances I get a kill next turn? 0? Alright. Okay, now we just have one left. Just need one attack and we have it. Okay. Cool. Alright, that was maybe a little too ambitious to go for this early. I'll have to remember that. I think it was better to go for this in hindsight. Thankfully, we got some good stuff here. Orb Walk is also great for what we're trying to do. Charge Up may be even better, since it's cheap. In fact, if we upgraded it, it gives us the same amount of strength as Orb Walk, but it costs less. Okay, I think that's a good enough reason to take it. Ancient Construct is too slow for right now. Although, potentially you could build into it and start gaining strength and thorns over time. I don't think that's what we want to do here. I called Eternal Feather, it's here. And I got one more card, and this heals you 3 HP for every 5 cards in your deck, so we just healed for 9 there. It's great. Put that in Vent Steam. If we want to rest here, I really do. Do I even want to upgrade anything? I don't want to upgrade Charge Up just yet. I think resting is better here. So we drink this now, since that gives us a little bit higher of a rest. It says 21, but it should be 22? 23 even, okay, cool. Yeah, we went from 28 to 51. And I'm taking another elite. It's Knob. Okay, great. I'm going to play Curl Up this turn, because I need to be able to go into defensive on time. Why do I have 9 cards in my draw pile? Oh, right, because of Vent Steam. Right, okay. Okay, I'm going to, I guess, just play Reroute. Yeah, no point in making myself take more damage next turn without blocking any this turn. I'm definitely thinking about playing Vent Steam, Defend, to go into defensive mode, but still block most of the damage. I could also just do Defend. No, it doesn't matter whether I play the Vent Steam or not. Actually, it does. I'm definitely playing one of these. But the only way Defend saves me any more HP is if I play Vent Steam. And I don't think I need to. Maybe I do. This is 16, 23 damage. Knob will have, and including the Thorns next turn, that's 26, so Knob will have 39. Minus 17 is 22, so we'll have to do 22 damage the turn after this one. And that's assuming that we draw both Strike and Reroute. We might not. Yeah, it's far from guaranteed. Vent Steam plus Strike is 13, and then next turn will be 15, 28, 38. So that's actually less if I play the Defend. Okay. So I think I have to do Vent Steam Twin Slam Strike. Alright, that's what we're gonna do then. Gives me the best chances of surviving this fight. We're gonna put Piercing Hide into Stasis. Maybe that was incorrect. I could have done Strike, then Reroute, then Curl Up to get 2 non-attacks into Stasis. Probably would have been smarter, but that's okay. Should just have a kill here. Cool. Maybe it didn't matter because I had defensive mode for 2 turns. Okay, maybe I could have saved more HP than I did. That's great. In fact, now that makes me want to take more strength gems. Aquamarine is back. I can put that into Twin Slam and then wait for Dex Gem again. Shield Charger's here as well. Although Shield Charger runs out too fast for Ironclad to really care about it too much. Planning exists, but I think we don't really need that right at this point. I'm going to take the Aquamarine. Alright, what do we got here? Looter and Louse. Excuse me. Just gonna get close to full block. This is 18, 13, 15. Okay. And we want to get a kill on this as soon as possible, so might as well. Okay, that's a kill. Great. But do I want to put a defend into stasis? Yes. Because it will come out by the time we reshuffle, and that's always good here. I have 8, so I take 5 because of the temporary HP. Might as well do the damage there. It always blocks this turn. Okay, we drew most of our blocks, so we need to get it to kill this turn. Or curl up, I guess. Yeah. Alright, do this then. Alright, what do we get? Perfect. Multi-beam. Any source of AoE is really good on Guardian, except for maybe Time Bomb. Time Bomb is a little bit more situational, but this is perfect. Alright, let's get this back into Twin Slam. And I think we're going to rest again. We are resting a lot, but I think it's worth it. We could also upgrade Multi-Beam here. In anticipation of the Sentries fight. And then rest at the next fire. I think it might be better to just rest. We're not in any dire need for upgrades here. Vent Steam would be okay, Multi-Beam would be okay, Charge Up would be okay, but as long as we're surviving through the act and getting all these relics, they'll benefit us for the rest of the game. And I think they'll be worth more than an upgrade here. I can wake up now in order to get this block for next turn. I think that's a good idea. I can also keep these in the draw pile, but the next 2 turns are going to be attack turns anyway, and that's what we're drawing, so might as well get rid of them, so when we reshuffle, it'll be on Lagavulin's off turn, when we can attack it freely, and we don't really want defense on that turn. I guess I can also reroute a defend. I don't think we go into defensive here with curl up, so we would if I had played it, but no need to get the block immediately. Reroute the Twin Slam? Might as well. Just do the damage. Draw the curl up, please. Okay, we hit. Good. It means I can do Vent Steam, Strike, curl up, and we'll have enough block. Okay, we hit that. That's also good. More block for next turn. Although we might just have a kill. Yeah, we just have a kill. Right, our other strength came from Impeccable Pecs. I was wondering why we didn't have negative strength there. Fierce Bash. Is our damage fast enough as is? I don't think it is. It might not be. We might actually need the help of the Fierce Bash for this fight, which would suck. Actually, there's a Refracted Beam. That's probably better. Yeah, I'll take the multi-attack. Okay, we have 45 HP. 49, no, 51, I guess, to take on 2 hard pull fights and the boss. Multi-beam might be actually more helpful to upgrade here. Multi-enemy fights really like multi-beam. Upgrading charge up is also an option. I don't think upgrading refracted beam is a priority right now. Upgrading Vent Steam could be a thing. I think with our potions we can afford to not rest here, because at the very least we can use in the next couple of fights. I don't think there'll be a big deal in the Ironclad fight. Maybe Gambler's Brew could be. I think these are much better used in the hallway fights to preserve HP. So, this will be really helpful against Ironclad, actually, now that I think about it. Vent Steam, Charge Up, Multi-Beam are all good options here. It's a lot of hard pull fights I got to think about. There's Jawworm +1, plus a Slime, I think, specifically. There's Rat plus Slime. There's Looter, Cultist, or Slaver plus Slime or Rat. There's also Gremlin Gang. Also, 5 Slimes. All of them are multi-enemy fights. It's just that multi-beam may not handle 2-enemy fight that well because they have a lot of max HP. Charge up for more consistent block and permanent strength seems like a good idea. I think we'll go with that. This is a compromise between the two. We'll have to see if that works out. Okay, this is one of the worst fights for us. Jawworm +1 Slime is always really strong. Should I be looking for block instead? Can Gambler's Brew away 4 of these cards versus Swift Potion 3? I can't get a kill on this Gray Slime. I only have 26. Alright, let's use this first. Okay, we drew Piercing Hide. 7 HP? It's probably good enough. What do I need to kill first here? Probably Gray Slime, since we're playing defensive here. Okay. Take 8. Which is actually good for putting us in defensive, because I don't think we drew Curl Up. Yeah, there we go. Jawworm won't be attacking next turn. Right, we won't actually be frail. Not quite a kill on both, but close enough, I think. Because this is 10 on Jawworm. We full block with our temporary HP. You know what, let's just get the kill now. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Save 7 HP with the potion, that's pretty good. I don't think a second Aquamarine is what we're looking for right now. Temporal Shield could be good for the Ironclad fight, and for Act 2. Drawing through cards is good whenever you have a bunch of statuses to worry about. But we have Repulsor already, so I'm not going to take it. It's not quite enough. I don't think we need to take damage here, so I'm not going to. Maybe I should have done the charge up instead. That would have given us permanent strength. Yeah, that would have been smarter. Oh well, I'll remember that. 7, 7, 6, so close. Alright, can we get the damage? Yes. Cool. Roll attack, charge core. Roll attack is great for getting us back into defensive. In fact, that plus piercing hide, plus curl up would be exactly enough. And of course, large damage attack is pretty good. I would be looking at the charge core more if it didn't exhaust. I don't think that'll help us much in this fight. I do actually think this roll attack has potential, and we are a little low on damage, so I'm going to take it. I think it'll be a good addition. All right, 43 HP. Is that enough for Ironclad? Let's do this. Maybe if we're lucky next turn. We were almost lucky. We got roll attack. We missed piercing hide. Is it a good idea to pass on Repulsor right now? I could do Vent Steam roll attack and then go into defensive with Reckless Charge. We only take 4 there. And then we full block Wild Strike. Our deck is small enough that I might be able to Gambler's Brew back to it in time. We've only gotten 1 so far, and this would be a second one. I think next turn maybe we'd have to worry because of Power Through, but I can use the potion then if I want to redraw, to reshuffle rather. Do I want to do Vent Steam or Roll Attack? Vent Steam saves me 2 HP, but reroute, sorry, not Vent Steam or Roll Attack, Vent Steam or reroute. Reroute Roll Attack seems pretty good. I think this overall does more damage in the long run, so we'll do it. We're going to pass on the Repulsor for now. I hope that's not a mistake. Right, we got 2 because of the daze. Okay, so now we definitely want to Gambler's Brew here before we get 2 more wounds. Do I want to use the charge up immediately? Probably not. I think it's more important to get back to that Repulsor as fast as possible. Okay. Still fine. This is 36 versus 30. Alright. Now we don't have to worry about those wounds until the next shuffle when we already have Repulsor in play, in theory. We have time to get it though, so I'm not worried. Okay, not quite there. Unfortunate draw, by the way. I want this to hit either one. Okay, that's fine. Don't need to play this, so I'm not going to. Get rid of the slimed, I guess. Yeah, we'll keep this costing 0. We can't do any damage this turn, so I can always reroute Piercing Hide, I guess. That may actually be smarter. Because we'll get that back out on the next attack turn, which I think will be a big one. Unless it's the... No, we don't get back to the 2 block turns in a row for a while. So yeah, that'll be a 3 attack turn, I think. Okay, we'll do this then. Get our Piercing Hide back. 2 turns from now. And I think we have to do the damage here, so I'm just going to go into defensive anyway. Alright, let's see. How much block will we need? $32. We have 34 technically with our thing there. We can do better though. Keep this costing 0. Yeah. It's not wasted on some temporary HP. We are still falling behind a bit. And also, we got a terrible draw. What the heck? I guess we're going into defensive again? Oh, not quite. Cool. Now we are. But I think that wastes it. Because I don't think next turn is an attack turn. So I guess I have to forego 31 damage. Oof. How much is this? 17? 17 block? This is 22 damage. So it'll be a 57 next turn total. Can we do that much damage? Do a lot of it. Yeah, you know what? It's worth. I'll do it. $12? I was at 12. Was he frail? I didn't notice. Did he not play the defend for some reason? I'm confused. I'll watch the replay after I'm done recording. But this should be a kill. Alright, cool. Very nice. Construction form. Wow. Citrine is cool, but construction form I think just pulls this together completely. Very, very strong card. Stasis Field for more defense, I don't think it's necessary. Yeah. Okay. So now we have a couple of options here. I don't think Sozu is the answer. I think Philosopher's Stone would be better here. Our only consideration, of course, would be like stuff like birds or anything, any way how it would remove our construction form buffer. This deck does feel like it needs 4 energy. Tiny Bowler Hat might be good enough to not necessitate it, though. Provides a little bit of extra, just raw value to the deck. More damage, more block. Very little scaling. But I do feel like we need to play the cards that are in our deck more than random ones. Especially with Construction Form and all of our 2-cost stuff. Multi-Beam also likes having more energy. So yeah, I'm going to take this, I think. I think potions are going to be too good to pass. A big thing about potions is how they can save you in emergency situations. This creates more of a gradual problem than an emergency situation, but I think we can handle gradual problems better. Emergency situations can outright kill you if you don't have something to save you from it. There is a 3 elite route that gets the green key. That's cool. Could even take 4 events if I wanted. With construction form, I'm a lot less inclined to go after fights because our deck is very good now. We got a mid-act shop. That's good because we already have like 300 gold, almost 400. If we take all of these, we'll have about 400 by the time we get there. So it'll be at minimum 30. So yeah. Unless we spend gold on something like Cleric or Old Beggar. No, Old Beggar we don't trade souls for stuff, for Relic. Alright. Even got a little heal there. Do we need to upgrade anything? Multi-beam? Maybe not, actually. Maybe we can get away without it. Small AoE attack cards start to fall off in Act 2. It's the big AoE ones you want for several fights, like Slavers, Triple Cultist, Birds. Multi-beam certainly helps, but it already helps by having 4 energy. We can knock down Birds in their 4 hits. Also, multi-beam upgrade is only 2 damage, and the scaling damage, of course, but 2 damage would matter a lot more in Act 1. So, I could just take Dread Key now. It would still matter in Slavers because we have to kill them fast. And our next campfire isn't until down here. Also, we would need to recall here if I don't do it there, because I can't guarantee there will be a campfire on our path in Act 3. Except at the start of the act. So yeah, I'm gonna recall, I guess. We're gonna go to a bunch of events, aka the Spirit Guardian fight. Alright, I think our play here is roll attack Refracted Beam. I don't think this does enough. Yep, two temporary HP for 1 energy. Like, it's helpful, but it's no damage. It's back to 62 though, total. 12. Okay. I could try this right now. I think it's a little early for that. If I whiff on construction form next turn, I'll play it. I think I want the free strike more than the free defend. The free defend is still important. But we have curl up as well. Alright, I'll take the free strike then. Oh yeah, next turn we're getting a bit of block. It'll be frail block, but block nonetheless. We can even block 1 hit because of our temporary HP? Cool. Okay, so we don't have a problem with Philosopher's Stone, thankfully, because of Impeccable Pex. We get to start stacking strength, which is great. It also gives us temporary HP, which is amazing. Let's do some damage immediately. I'm going to leave these here so that curl up doesn't hit multi-beam. Good. Oh, didn't even matter. Dead. Charge up plus. I mean, I won't complain about more sources of strength like that. I mean, we have a construction form already, but that's only 1 strength per turn, and this is doing very similar things. And giving us block. Maybe we don't need it, though? Passive block is nice. It's like almost a shield charger at this point. And we don't have to pay 2 energy for it. You know what, I'm feeling like taking it, so I'm going to. I don't know if that's correct or not. Just my gut feeling. Okay, colorless cards for utility. How much utility would I want? This deck already has answers to a few things, like scaling damage, scaling block with our brace. And upfront damage. I guess upfront damage is not as much, but colorless cards don't handle that very well, unless you high roll. I don't think I want to spend anything here. I think going into a shop later, we're going to have a lot of stuff going for us. I could maybe spend 30, because we'll still have enough for a rare relic by the time we get there. Getting at least 30, so we're at 416. Actually, 401, since we're getting robbed. And rare relics cost around 350? 325? I don't remember. It's somewhere around that. We might even still have enough for a card remove. By the way, those early card removes I think really paid off. It's hard to see, but I know the power of card removes can really power of card removes in general and how good they can make your deck. You know what? We're going to experiment in this series. I'm willing to do one. No, not here. I made that mistake before. We have more than enough attacks right now. That's what we got last time. We only took one. I'm sad, but I knew I could whiff. So I'm not taking 3 apparitions because I have construction form and most of my HP. It could be helpful for getting construction form in play, but that being said, we don't have any passive block, so if we spend 1 energy on an apparition and 3 on construction form, we still get attacked for 1, and then our buffer blocks 1. Spending 150 souls on 1 apparition, though, I am definitely down for that. Question is it correct? The thing about cards like Construction Form is a very big single card carry. But if you can't draw through to it, then you have problems. If you draw it in your last hand, then you were very weak early on, and Apparition sort of solves that. Also, Apparition's really good on 4 energy, because you have plenty of room to play the rest of your cards. I don't think our block is so good that we don't need an Apparition. Charge Up maybe makes it a little worse, but we can even upgrade the Apparition for later. That's also a thing. Usually with 3 Apparitions, losing your max HP, you don't upgrade them if you're relying on them. And you're going to rely on them a lot, but if I just spend money for them, I don't have to. I think I'm going to buy it. Cool. So it's a lot of Haunted? So I usually skip this event because curses are not great, but gaining gold back soon before the chest, and this being Haunted, I may take it. Haunted is a curse that adds Ethereal to all of your cards in hand, which can end up good because any card that you don't want, you just don't have to play, and then it exhausts from the deck, making your deck smaller over time. You still have to deal with a curse draw, and sometimes it can hit things you really don't want it to hit. Neon Fight is a big example of this most of the time. It has a tendency to hit a lot of important cards. But here, I'm actually inclined to take it. And I can remove a strike, as usual. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's fight some elites. Alright, good timing. This is why we took it. That's why. That doesn't quite kill. Do I want to random into Charge Up, or do I just want to play Charge Up? If I don't play Curl Up, I can't go into defensive when I draw the other stuff. But next turn we don't have to worry about Gremlin Leader anyways, so I'm willing to do the 50-50. The question is, which one do I attack? 16 damage, so this will be left with 8, and this will be left with 9. We have 1 strength, so a strike will not kill. So I may go for the right one, just because. If we do manage to hit charge up on the 50-50 with curl up, though, then we will have enough. And then if I go for the right one, then I'll have missed out. Let's not risk that much. So hit charge up, please. Not a Sender's Bane. It just is like that. The funny thing about this is that he gains all that strength. There's our 8 damage that we wanted. We get rid of strike here. That's great. We could also keep everything if we really wanted to, but I think playing Twin Slam is better than keeping the strike. Or rather, if I wanted to keep everything, I could just play everything and then ignore the second slam. I think it's still better to do it this way, though. Alternatively, I could just let the Piercing Hide go. This gives me 2 temp strength for strike, and then 15-15. Okay, that's a kill. We'll do it this way then. And we'll say goodbye to Piercing Hide. Still got attacked. Okay. That's fine, we have Construction Form. We don't have enough to quite full block. I would need 5 energy for both the defense and construction form since we already have 2 strength. I'm glad I have these charge up now because construction form is getting used on this attack. We will be going into defensive. Hopefully there's enough attacks incoming by the time we get back. Alright, what do we do here? This is 12 damage for 2 and 6 for 1, so I think we ignore it. We do reroute, roll attack, charge up. I actually kind of want to redraw into roll attack, so rather than wait for it. So we'll just do it this way. Or big brain move. Alright. Very cool. And now I can play this for even just 3 energy? No, it's still 4 to kill this. We don't need to use roll attack here, at least. It does about the same damage anyway. I would just be looking at this for the brace. Let's just kill them all. By them all, I mean the small ones. Alright. Gremlin Leader gets so much... My gosh. Stop. Do I have a kill here if I play Vent Steam? If I hit Vent Steam with this, rather, this is 51 incoming damage. We only block 21, so we take 30 if I don't use this? Yeah. Alright. Please give me Vent Steam. I know it's a 1 in 4 to miss, but please don't miss. Okay, good. So now we just gotta figure out what kills here. This is 48. That's 21. Okay. I figured out what kills. Broken Tooth. Whenever you beat an elite encounter, gain 1 strength at the start of each combat for the rest of the act. I would like this relic a lot better if it started with 1 stack as soon as you got it. Because it does nothing until you beat another elite. That sucks. Gem Cannon, huh? We have 2 gems. 2 gems, that's it. I'd rather take another Vent Steam? Maybe? Maybe I wouldn't. How much my deck exhausts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're left with 14 cards right now. If I take 1 more, it'll be 15. Vent Steam will create a 15 card deck. And then we have Stasis for 3 more slots, maybe even 2. Maybe even just 2, I mean. So we're down to 13 cards, which means we would draw Vent Steam more than enough. We just need this one upgraded. Okay, I'm not going to take another. Don't need planning either. I've talked before about how Gem Cannon is just super strong, but I don't feel like I've been needing it anymore, like in this series at all. Like, I haven't taken that many gems. It's kind of weird, honestly. I wonder what my previous runs were like that necessitated me taking so many gems that it was good. Or rather, like, you don't even need that many gems. You need, like, 5 in Event Steam. 5 in Event Steam would be enough. Because that's 75 damage. And I've been taking, like, 3 when I find this. Very strange. Maybe it's not as good as I thought because I don't take as many gems as I used to. Oh. That's usually very tempting. Turn 1 Apparition. I don't hate it. Guarantee that I don't take a ton of damage on turn 1? That's great. Other options would be Charge Up, Vent Steam, Curl Up. I don't think Vent Steam's that great, and Charge Up is that great because it makes you really vulnerable in turn 1. Curl Up does the same thing, it just gives you some brace. So you can at least go into defensive. I think Apparition just does exactly what we want it to. Oh, but I have to take the blue key here, don't I? Yeah, because I don't have a guaranteed chest after the chest in Act 3. Well, that's disappointing. Yeah, this is just one of those fights. Do I just take one of them down now? Probably not. Well, no. Yes, yes. I was thinking about what to do after that, and I said probably not for some reason. Oh right, I was thinking, who do we play Refracted Beam on? Do we play it on this guy? And that answer is probably not. But at the same time, we go into defensive as soon as this guy deals us damage. So you know what? Let's do it. And I'm going to play Strike here. Hit Charge Up, please. Okay. Enjoy my thorns. Attack me again. Okay, not like that. But you know what? We're good. We win. 11 damage fight. It's about definitely less than what you can get hit for on birds. Shield Spikes, Shield Charger. Definitely Shield Charger. Pretty sure. We have our front load block with Apparition Construction Form and, Piercing Hide. I think Shield Charger Plus is too big to ignore. Alright. Can we get a kill here? That'd be great. Okay. Alright then. Just all the scaling block. I love how we haven't even fought this guy, but we're still getting attacked for 3x5. We're just gonna let Haunted exhaust these cards, because I don't want to redraw them. I might not even get the chance to be honest. I should have thought of that, because Piercing Hide does have thorns attached. I was thinking about going into defensive with the thorns, and I knew I couldn't, but that might not have been the point. I'm going to do the damage here rather than put Charge Up in, because we're only getting 1 strength from that, and I think that's not going to equate to 16 damage like we just did. That's so much block. Okay, we did 100 damage. Time Capacitor? No. Sapphire? At this point? Maybe? We have a few things we can put in. I can put it in Roll Attack, and then we can just go into defensive with Curl Up. Roll Attack doesn't have very many good gems for it. It has, like, Ward and Citrine. And if I got Citrine, I could put it in something else anyway. Ward could also go in something else, like Reroute. So maybe I just make this a Brace 11. When are we hitting the next campfire? Not for a bit. So you'd have to fight one fight without, with an unsocketed gem. Do we need time capacitor? I might have already said this, but no. We have several things at stasis, but I don't think it's so important to get those extra stasis slots. I don't think we can fill them fast enough. Alright, Sapphire it is. Orrery. Interesting. Also, rare cards in the shop. Gigabeam compile package. Gigabeam especially is big. Also an on-sale shield charger. It's pretty funny. I'm looking at both those rare cards, looking at Orrery, looking at card remove. When was the last rare we got anyways? Or at least the rare that we got offered. It was last act, construction form, I think. And we fought 3 fights so far? No, 4, because the shop counts. So our rare chances are up a little bit for Orrery. I don't think compile package is what we need here. It adds just general value to the deck, but if you don't need general value, then it's just going to bloat it. Gigabeam would be good for slavers specifically. So if I hit Book of Stabbing, it becomes a dead card. Maybe if I was up against, maybe if I'd taken Book of Stabbing first, then I would be considering Gigabeam. I guess that's an argument for taking compile package actually, because you can get Gigabeam if it's the slavers, and if it's not, then you have better packages available. I think we take the Orrery. Another multi-beam, fragmented gem. Not a fan of fragmented gem. Another multi-beam is tempting for more AoE. Let's see what the rest of the cards have though. All 3 of those were uncommon, by the way. Don't want any of these, so we skip number 2. Another ruby is great. Great for our impeccable packs as well as our events team if we want to put another ruby in there. And that would be another untalkative gem, of course. Another aquamarine, don't want either of these either. Alright, there's a real compile package. Okay, so I guess we bought that anyways. Or there's Overload Plus. We have a lot of expensive cards though, so I don't think we need the draw. Nor do we need a debuff reduction at this point. The only thing we have is Vent Steam, and even then, even with a Dex gem in Twin Slam, besides the chances of it being low to get them both in the same hand, we also just have other ways to block and gain strength. So I think we take the compile package, skip this, we skip number 2, take the ruby, another multi-beam. Right, that was our way of handling certain fights. So I'll take it. Now our deck is 26 cards. Make that 25 actually. Right, removing a card can take you back to that screen. Okay, that's a way to see it again, even without a card remove. I think we just leave it now. What's our act boss? Watcher, and we fought Silent in Act 1? Right? No, that was a different thing. I played a run of, what do you call it? I played a run on Automaton to test out 60 FPS recording, and it wasn't working well. And that was the Act 1 boss there. We fought Ironclad, right. So we're doing Ironclad Watcher again. Very interesting. I could buy this shield charger, I might just do that. We'll have enough gold by Act 3 to break all the keys, regardless of where the campfire's at. So I think buying a really cheap shield charger is worth it. I don't really want either of these relics either. Akabeko works with like one thing in our deck. Yeah, well, I guess multi-beam also. Ooh, maybe that might actually be a compelling reason to take it. Multi-beam would absolutely be worth, and we have 2 of them. Alright. I think we'll still have enough gold by then. So I'm gonna just do this. Didn't get multi-beam, but that's fine. We got apparition. It's good enough. I'm gonna just see if we draw it, rather than doing damage here. That's 13 times 4 is 52, so we killed 2 of them outright. The only one left would be the middle one. Maybe we'd get some way to do the rest. Or nothing, I guess. Could weaken? We can actually affect us on that guy. Take Orb Walker for Walker Claw. This did not go as planned. I was definitely hoping for something a bit better. I can play Orb Walk for Strength, I suppose. But then we wouldn't be able to go into defensive mode off these two attacks. Sentry Wave blocks for us, but also, like, doesn't because we don't go into defensive. This is unfortunate. Oh, Vent Steam also gives us extra stuff. I think I'm still playing into the multi-beam. We're going to use defensive mode to our advantage here, I think. Vent Steam, Defend, Orb Walk is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 block, so we have 10. Looking at 27 to go into defensive then. We're taking a little bit more damage that way, but we wanted to just play some of these cards anyway. Alright, I'll do this. We are going to get rid of this guy because he hits the hardest. Alright. Do it. You drew both of them in the same hand. Whatever, you die now. Or next turn. At your earliest convenience. I guess I could have used Colorless Potion, huh? Okay, that was a misplay then. I could have looked for a draw card of some kind. Secret Weapon would have been a good idea. Alright, well, I still have it for later now. Amber. Amber with our shield chargers, charge-ups. What would we put it in? Twin Slam is an option, but I'm still looking for that Dex gem. Still good, though. Unless I don't want to accelerate on shield chargers. Maybe then it's bad. Reroute is kind of like the wrong order. Like, you accelerate before you put something in stasis. Also put it in Vent Steam, Piercing Hide. Piercing Hide actually wouldn't be bad. Actually, I think it would. I think this has too many times where it just doesn't hit for it to be good. Now we can take a second Vent Steam? I don't think so. Okay, we got Construction Form. I'm not doing multi-beam this turn, I'll save the Akabeko. Alright. 9 times 3. Okay, thank goodness we block one of those hits with our block and temper HP. I still don't want to use Akabeko. Let's do this then. Get some brace. So much block this turn. $19 times 4, huh? We're just shy of going into defensive. Wow. Alright, I'm gonna play Apparition. And this turn we should be able to get killed. No sweat. Was it actually a sweat? It might have been a little bit of a sweat. Quartz. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. Do we have something good for it? Vent Steam, Piercing Hide, does it even matter? No, it doesn't matter. We can socket it whenever the heck we feel like it. Also, taking all these cards gave us more heal off of Turn of Feather, by the way. Let's put Ruby in Vent Steam like we were planning. Right, yeah. Gonna put Sapphire in Roll Attack to make it better at bracing. And do we have anything good for Quartz? No. Well, Piercing Hide? We can still wait, right? 25 cards? Yeah. What do I upgrade here? Compile package. Compile package seems like a good idea to upgrade now. Giga Beam will hit so much harder. We don't need to upgrade Apparition yet either. Still wait for that. Compile package definitely seems like a good idea. So I'm still thinking about that quartz with the piercing hide. Quartz with piercing hide would turn it into essentially a Shrug It Off, which is a pretty good card. Making the deck a little bit smaller is good because even though quartz draws a card for itself, taking it out of the deck yet still being able to draw a card on piercing hide makes the deck more efficient. Question is though whether we want to do that. I think we still want to wait in case we get something like an exploit gems. This is the last one, right? Yeah. Okay, let's upgrade. We still have enough HP, I think, for the rest of the act. We got a good potion. We got Akabeko. It's over here. We have a lot of red relics. And then we got like 2 blues, 2 yellows. It's funny. I'm glad that not upgrading multi-beam paid off, because now we have Akabeko and 2 more damage won't matter as much. It is definitely a compile package here. Alright, let's go. Strength, Book of Stabbing. Ooh, that's scary. Do I draw a card here? Let's do this first. Oh my. Spirit Guardian might actually be safer. Yeah. Get some overall stuff. Arden is actually really good. We don't need to save the quartz, so I'm not going to. I think it's either do this for 3 thorns. We also get to brace a lot for that. We don't need to save Twin Slam. And we get to preserve Akabeko if we do this. Okay. I'm glad that worked out. Thank you, Compile Package, for giving me the block. 11 times 3. Okay. We can go back into defensive next turn, which is great because that'll be a 28 attack. So we don't need the full value of our defensive mode. I guess I do want to do this now. I'm only going to get like 4 times multi-attacks later, so I'd rather not mess up on damage now. We already full block, so I'm just going to put both of these in. Alright, we win this fight already. That's great. Like, look at that block. Craziness. Put multi-beam back? Sure. Actually, it may have been better to play a strike somewhere there. Oh well. Still getting a ton of block for this 55 attack. Strength Book of Stabbing is scary. It is no joke. Oh, do we have enough? We might not have enough. No, we do. We do with thorns. This is 38, and we have 3 thorns, so that's 41 on the first hit. Great. Yeah, check that out. Alright, cool. Should have thought a little bit more last turn, but we still won. I could have looked at the draw pile to make sure that it was good enough. Revenge Protocol is awesome for consistent brace. That'll be even more scaling block for us, so we can preserve construction form sometimes. Yeah, alright. Going into the 26 territory is a little bit but I think we'll still be okay. Okay. This is 15, we block 8, so this could save us 7. It's kind of low chance to do so, though. Haunted Exhausted Repulsor is ironic and also good for us, which is a double irony. Yeah, we're not going to use a colorless pot on this. We're just going to take our 7. $17 times 4 is 68. And then we can just kill this next turn? Okay. Yeah, we don't have to care about killing this first. Even though he can do a big attack next turn. Yeah, 12 times 3. We don't have to worry about it. Because I have Apparition, apparently, and not because I have attacks in my deck. No, I don't have any of those. I have Thorns. This is a Thorns deck. I was hoping for Giga Beam, but it doesn't matter. Skill Potion better or worse than Colorless? I might actually think Colorless is better. I'm not taking another Shield Charger. Don't need it. Another Refracted Beam is unnecessary as well. We have enough damage here, I think. If we don't, then we can always find another card later. We don't need to take every 2-cost multi we find. Still waiting to find that, what do you call it? It's the 1 cost that hits 4 times to random enemies. What's the cards that were being offered? Right, we're skipping those. I think Skill Potion is actually worse than Colorless. I could be wrong, though. This is actually hard to evaluate. Because whenever you see Skill Potion, you think block, right? But it may not be. A lot of skills on characters are utility. And Guardian, especially, like, you'd think that it has a lot of block in its skills, but it doesn't because it relies more on Brace. So a lot of it is utility. There's also gems involved, which make it worse. The thing is that Colorless Pot has a lot of utility too. I think on average it has more utility. It's hard to tell though. You'd have to compare the 2 card pools and then do an extended analysis. I can't do that. My gut is telling me that Colorless is better, which is definitely a feat for Colorless Pot. It's very hard to say that that potion is better than any other potion. You get Panic Button and save a buffer. That might not be necessary. I think we're always playing Construction Form here. I don't think there's any reason not to. Like, even if we didn't, we'd be using Colorless Pot to save us HP, and then the only thing that could really save us is Panic Button, so you might as well just save the buffer, right? If you got Panic Button anyways, because then you get Strength. Yeah. Revenge Protocol versus Charge Up. Get 5 Brace next turn, which means wouldn't be enough for anything to change about our Brace. I think Charge Up is better for us. I don't think we're in any kind of emergency yet, so I'm going to keep the Colorless Pot. Right, I'm immune to that. These do not mix too well. A little bit of an overlap that you don't really care about. Do I play Roll Attack on the Rat? Or do I wait for a crazy multi-beam? I may just wait for a crazy multi-beam since I have a Shield Charger. I don't have any way to go into defensive right now. I'd be gaining 18 block next turn, which means I'd be still 7 short-ish. Because Shelled Parasite attacks around this amount of damage. 13, 14, actually it's 16, isn't it? Because 8 times 2 instead of 7 times 2. So yeah, we'd still be missing some. But I guess next turn we'd be taking the same amount of damage anyway if we're vulnerable. Oh no, we wouldn't because we have Horseshoe. So yeah, I could just kill this now. Alright, I'll do that. Yeah. And now we're not vulnerable. And we have 10 block. This does nothing, so I'm just going to let it exhaust. 14 block versus 14 damage. Unfortunate. We need to block once this turn. Let's use Ancient Power. Yeah, that gives us enough block. Because of temporary HP. And now we get that back with extra damage. And Event Steam. 27 times 3 is more than its max HP. Wow. Swift Potion. Is that better than Colorless? I don't know. Amber's back. I don't think I want it. Don't care about Spiker or Suspension. Maybe I care about Suspension? Now that we have a bunch of cards that like to be put into stasis. I have a Quartz. Yeah, okay. Wait, no. I don't have a Suspension. I just have a Quartz. Right, I was thinking about Amber for some reason. Sometimes my brain just switches in the middle of me talking and that doesn't sound coherent. I assure you my brain is faster than my mouth. Yeah, okay. It'll take a little bit to pay off. So I gotta choose about this Swift Potion, though. Maybe it's better than Fire Pot at this point. Fire Pot, we're at the end of Act 2. Our next fight is the boss, and we don't really need Fire Pot for the boss unless we're, like, really desperate. Act 3, Fire Pot doesn't really matter except for Reptimancer, but we're pretty far away from that. And we have 2 multi-beams. So, I think we, instead of trying to think which one of these is better, we take both. Because we don't need Fire Pot. Wonder if I should have used the Fire Pot earlier. Maybe not. Do I... yeah. Just keep it for later. Defect is actually good because we get pre-program. I don't have any way to put anything into stasis this turn. Unless I take this. So I can't put Apparition in. I don't have anything for Orb Walker. Just be a bunch of damage cards that I don't need. Orb Support could be interesting. Resilient Plate could be interesting. Race is 8 for us. That's a consideration. Now let's take a Defect. Let's pre-program here as well. Shield Charger's great. There's also Charge Up, but that would make the Vent Steam haunted. The Vent Steam haunted, it would make it ethereal. I guess haunting is still technically accurate. Charge Up or Shield Charger. I mean, Charge Up gives us more strength immediately. It gives us slightly less block and starts bracing for us. I don't think we need to start bracing yet. Oh yeah, especially since we just have these in our hand at the same time to go into defensive immediately. Okay, let's do this then. And let's do this, and Time Capacitor, because I don't want to play an attack yet. I'm going to wait for a multi-attack if I can afford it. Which is exhausted again? Right, Apparition. Okay. I'm noticing that Apparition hasn't actually done too much for us, but it hasn't been detrimental either, so I'm not complaining. Right, Vulnerable's fine also with Akabeko. Alright, defensive time. Hey, we hit the defend, good. So now I can use it if I need to. In 2 turns. Okay. Shield Charger's going in. Then I reroute Multi-Beam, because damage. It's already at 2/3. That was turn 3. Is there a world in which we get a kill before she goes intangible? Maybe. 15 versus 14, so we can full block with Twin Slam. And then play Multi-Beam. Twin Slam Strike Multi-Beam, I guess, would be a thing. I don't think we're going to get the kill here. That fast anyway. But at least we can do the damage. I'm probably just going to let this defend exhaust. Do I want Charge Up, Revenge Protocol, or Strike? I got 2 energy, so I can pick 2. I think I need the scaling more. So I'm going to play both. Play the Multi-Beam. Just cuz. Goodbye, defend. Alright, it's Divinity time. Can I get damage? Yes. That's enough, right? Whoa, really? Wait, seriously? There's no way that intent is correct. It's still 42? It's at 3 right now. It'll have 4 strength, so 7 twice. Yeah, I guess it is 21 times 2. It's unfortunate. We're going to lose 1 buffer. I guess it's not that unfortunate. It's not that bad. Do I want to play Repulsor to get it out, or Shield Charger to start gaining more block? Probably Shield Charger. There is that big multi-attack that comes after this in a few turns. Might as well start gaining block for it. There goes all our temp HP, by the way. I'm not in defensive? Interesting. Let's play this. Yeah. Might be next turn. We have 15 strength, by the way. Good stuff. Alright, draw me Vent Steam. Yeah! Very nice. I'm gonna reroute Suspension, I think. Yeah. Is that even necessary? Could I have used an energy somewhere? No, Vent Steam was our first energy. Yeah, this is the multi-attack, by the way. It doesn't matter. Polishing Oil. That's probably better than these. Another upfront save card, just like Construction Form Apparition, I think seems better than Compile Package. We already have a lot of scaling, so, and front load, and even AoE. We have another Compile Package, so I think taking a second one is redundant. I think Spirit Shield is a lot safer. This has to be better than one of the potions. Now we have the opposite problem of last floor. Instead of Fire Pot being the weak one, both of these are the weak one, and Polishing Oil is the strong one. We have a lot of good draws, so I think guaranteeing that we have those draws is good, especially for stuff like Reptomancer, Apparition, Construction Form, Multi-Beam. Actually, with not Construction Form. There's too many hits for that to be effective. Multi-Beam, Apparition, Spirit Shield, Compile Package, those would all be good hits. There's even another Multi-Beam. So I'll get rid of the Colorless. And we have 3 energy options. It's definitely not going to be Velvet Choker. Choker is often very bad on Guardian, but we have various ways of getting choked. Not limited to Stasis and Crystal Wards. Actually, maybe it is limited to those. Compile Package certainly doesn't help. Maybe Busted Crown is the top? Maybe it's time for Busted Crown. Because our deck is mostly fine. We could win with this. Yeah, and this, I think, has worse downside than this. So I think this is going to be a Busted Crown. And again, I'm going to take a break, because I'm hungry. Thank goodness I didn't take the makeshift battery, because our Act 3... our Act 3 boss is Hermit, which means that Repulsor's already going to be working overtime. So yeah, I'm going to take a break. I'll come back later to start this act. So I'll see you in just a second. And we're back. Got our Busted Crown, got our third act. We have all 3 of our keys, which is great. We have not yet killed the merchant, so we're going to have to do it up here at the beginning of the act, which is fine. What about the rest of the act? There's a 3 lead path through the middle and on the right. So it looks like we'll be starting here. And I like question marks in Act 3 anyways, so I'm just going to start here immediately. Do I have anything I want to put this in? Suspension is a good one. I think I declined earlier in putting it into something, but I don't think I had suspension at the time. So I'll do it now. Do I want to break a key immediately? This would certainly help killing the merchant. So yeah, I'll do it. Now, as for upgrades, I could also just upgrade suspension. I have 5 energy, which, considering we didn't boss swap, is pretty cool. I could also upgrade vent steam at this point. That may be wise. At this point in the game, enemies are going to have so much HP that the amount of turns that it takes to kill them is going to be much higher than usual. Also, that adds consistency. Other upgrades would be apparition, suspension, of course, like I mentioned. And that's probably it. Maybe repulsor, maybe curl up. In fact, now curl up doesn't matter now that we have a roll attack with brace 11. I think this is our best one at the moment, since our suspension already has some consistency. Now that we've added a quartz to it, I don't think it really matters that whether or not it's upgraded. It's probably good to have later. Maybe attack for 20 next turn. Gain 12 block or 8 block. Probably good to do both, just in case. And yeah, I'll use multi-beam. 2 times attack, it's good not to waste the damage for turn 1. Yeah, especially whenever you get a roll like this. Glad I did that. I would not have been able to block all the hits without. If I did just shield charger, I'd have 17. I guess I'd have enough without a charge up, so I could have done 15 more damage. That's fine, though. It's no big deal. Don't need to do roll attack here. That's not going to put us in defensive. I'd rather get the vulnerable down for the next couple turns, as well as our strength. Get us a little bit extra strength there as well. Right, we have strike dummy. Maybe if I'd also played curl up, I'd be in defensive again this turn. I was really hoping for a Giga Beam there. It's fine. Ooh, okay, let's do this. Get another strength. Okay, we did over half the remaining health of the merchant. We did 200 damage, I think, exactly. So we'll get the kill on the next merchant floor. Aquamarine. We have a use for that. We could put it into reroute. There's not many good gems for reroute in the first place, so I think that would be a good one. And we're not going to see very many cards for the rest of the game, so I might as well just take it. Still waiting on the Dex gem for Twin Slam. There's Thorns. Also don't have enough gold for a card remove, but that's fine. I sort of anticipated that anyways. Maybe it was smart not to break the red key, but I wanted to be absolutely certain we'd get a kill. Maybe I should have reviewed how much health the merchant had before I started, because then I would be able to... No, I probably would have broken the red key anyways. Alright, let's just move on. Set up the next shop, we'll come back, hit this elite, and go that way. Ooh, okay. Yeah, alright. Transmute. Let's get rid of the strike. Fragmented gem. Okay, that's less than ideal. But I can get rid of it. I'd probably just socket it at this point. Our last one, I guess, our last choice, I guess, is Piercing Hide. That's fine. Yeah, we'll put the Aquamarine in reroute and then wait for the Dex gem, possibly. I could also just remove that fragmented gem, since I'm not too attached to it, in case we find a better gem for Piercing Hide. Oh, I could have transmuted the Haunted. That's probably still fine, though. Get rid of cards we don't want, but like I said before, it may still be a better idea to get rid of it, though. We'll just leave. Alright, let's kill this guy. 25 incoming. Does this give us a kill? It's 106? I think we're doing this no matter what. 16 versus 12. 24, no, we don't have a kill here. I could use Swift Potion to save some HP. I'd be saving 5? Nah. Actually, it's not even 5, it's 0. We full block. Incredible. And then it's just dead. Nice stack for our Broken Tooth, since that technically counts as an elite. Not taking a roll attack here. Alright. So now we need to keep 200 gold for where exactly? By here? We're getting a minimum of 50, I think? Yeah, 50. So we have a budget of 257 right now. I would need 17 more gold in order to actually be able to afford the slime soup. Slime soup is cool and all, but I think I value card remove more. Also, a second repulsor? Second repulsor seems like a good idea as well. Do I want the haunted still? Maybe? The smaller our deck gets, the better. Like, might be a little scary, but we'll be able to get down to a very manageable number of cards. We don't really need these defense. Alright, let's remove a defend then. And buy the repulsor. And that's going to be it. Could take the polybeam, but I don't think I need it. Alright, let's get a rare relic now. Multi-beam would be great to draw this turn, maybe. This is acceptable as well. 29 incoming damage, we have 35 block. This does not full block, so I think we have to do something like this. We're going to play Piercing Hide and then Multi-Beam. We're not going to play Repulsor. I think Curl Up is the best here. Okay, yeah. 26 versus 27, huh? And we have 4 strength. I don't think it matters. Actually, it does a little bit, because 18 will get killed from 2 times from multi-beam, but if I draw multi-beam, I'm going to play it at full energy anyway, so it really doesn't. Oh, right, there's also thorns involved. That's not the hand I want. Alright, give me better cards, please. That'll do it. Blizzard Tail, that's great. Also another defensive potion is great. Do I care about roll attack? I think I do. Care about not taking a bunch of damage here. 27 plus 8. 35 versus 48, but I get brace. Yeah. I think with this big of a health pool, the 13 damage is not as matter as much as blocking in a bit. Oh, we're in defensive already? Okay. $75. Alright. Don't don't want to play Spheric Shield here either. I think I do want to play Shield Charger, though. 3 route does not matter, so we're going to play it closer to last. Just like that. We have 37 block right now. Bronze package. Yeah? Actually, we're 1 short of full blocking if we do bronze package. That's fine though. We have healing. And we'll be hitting a campfire someone soon. So I think we just do the most amount of damage we can this turn. Do Twin Slam first. That. And Orb Support. Giga Beam. Resilient Plate. Okay. And now we should be able to kill. Maybe not quite. Do we care more about Apparition? You could do Apparition Repulsor or Refracted Beam instead of Construction Form. Yeah. Because we'll have to block for next turn because of defensive mode. $81. Wow. Okay. Flex Potion. Probably not necessary. Gem Cannon. Oh my. We do actually have gems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus all of our strength. It's interesting. I would be willing to use it on, say, the Reptomancer fight, in order to handle the daggers. Also, we have Akabeko to make it even better. Yeah, I don't think this actually has a massive downside. The gems that we have in these sockets are not incredible. Like, Suspension maybe is probably the best one, but the rest are just temporary strength, wards, shiv, brace. Yeah, I think we can absolutely want to take that. Maybe the Flex Potion's better than the regen, for Repto specifically. I can see that being the case. Because, like, if you never lose HP, then when are you going to use the regen potion? Alright, that's also cool. Alright, we're going right. Nemesis, maybe we get a kill on this, too. It's always possible. Okay, it looks like we didn't quite get the Gem Cannon. Apparition does nothing here. Do I want to reroute roll attack? It's 21 plus 20. 41 damage. How much is a Gem Cannon doing right now? 18 times 6, I believe is what I said. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18 times 6 is 108. So, and even with vulnerable, that wouldn't be enough. So let's just do the damage now rather than wagering. Also, if we get curl up, we're going to be able to go into defensive, which we will need if this is a 45 damage attack. 46. Correction there. Does Spheric Shield even give us enough? Yeah, it does, because we have a Strutting Relic. Maybe even without it's enough. Ancient Power. 21 times 6, and then 32. That's like almost enough. Nope, it's definitely enough. Cool. And of course, the classic boot from Nemesis. Don't need Temporal Strike. Our next upgrade, probably Apparition, actually. I can see that being good at this point. Could also see the Repulsor upgrades being good, just to make sure they get in play at an opportune time. I think this is definitely more important, though. Especially if we can use Stasis on it, somehow. I guess we would need some kind of luck for that to actually work. I am going to wait for Multi-Beam. This is 15 block, we're taking 24, so we take 9 damage here. It's not worth going into defensive for, I don't think. Oh, we only take 5? Where did my math go wrong there? Oddly smooth stone. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Take damage again, I guess? I don't see any reason not to. Maybe I didn't need to play that Repulsor. This is going to have block next turn, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, we take 1. Good. Can I draw a multi-beam, please? I have 2 of them. Thank you. Look at that damage. Swift Potion? Probably better than Flex. Let's see what we got here. Walker Claw. Not necessary, we have enough damage. I think that is better. Now we upgrade Repulsor, perhaps? Or Suspension. Just to make sure that after we get rid of the gems, we still have the ability to draw a card there. I can see that being a strategy. Like, we don't even need to worry about Gem Cannon being useless. We can literally just play it. It's kind of a rare thing, even for Gem Cannon, to be able to just play it and not worry about the downside. Yeah, I like that better than Repulsor upgrade right now. 5 energy makes me a lot less worried about the energy cost. Although I know it could hurt, I don't think it will be that big of a deal. Got 26 incoming. I don't think we're gonna need these defends. Oh, I could have played defend for a letter opener though. That was probably smart to do. This is enough to kill without taking damage. Oh, way more than enough. Gambo's Brew is better than Swift Potion? Maybe? Yeah. Don't need Crystal Ray. We just fought you two. Vent Steam reroute would mean we take no damage this turn, so I'm going to do that. Plus 36 is 76. We're a little bit short. Now we're not. Power Potion is bad. Recover is interesting, but not needed. Don't need to add another defend to the deck. Can we kill Giant Head? Ooh, okay. Oh, right, it draws another card because of the quartz. That's fine, we don't lose the draw attack, it's only whenever the Haunted is drawn that the cards get ethereal. I'm gonna put both the shield chargers in, because why not? Does this put us in defensive? I don't think it will. Yeah, not quite. Let's do this one. could have used Overload for the hope of getting Gem Cannon, perhaps. Let's see if this hits Apparition. Wow. It doesn't even matter because I'm in defensive. But hey, what are you gonna do? Seven. Did I miscount? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did miscount. We are 10 short. Doesn't matter, we have buffers. Also, we have almost lethal. And now we have 4 starting strength, 5, 6, 6 starting strength. Don't need to use infused. Don't need to incinerate. One more fight. Really speeding through Act 3 here. We're feeling really strong. What I'm gonna do here, let's see. We have 8. This will be 4 more. So this will be 28 times whatever. Okay, 28 is 2 28s is slightly less than what we have here, so I'm gonna put the Vent Steam there. I'm gonna play the Piercing Height so we get a Shiv. And now we're gonna do Gem Cannon. And I think this will just kill everything. It did not take the vulnerable into account there. I'll have to make a bug report. Wow. Last card reward of the act, we finally get our Dex Gem. That's great. I'm willing to hold on to that until the Act 4 campfire. Okay, we have a bit of a problem here. Maybe not too much though, because with the Vent Steam we can actually keep 1 sack of buffer because of our temporary HP. I'm just going to put this in, play all this. I do actually want to get rid of that. This has Ethereal and Retain, so it's going to stay, unfortunately. Yeah. 10 block this turn. 12 actually. So it looks like I'm going to have to use Twin Slam in order to full block, which is good because I have just enough. In fact, I even have 2 decks, wow, with Oddly Smooth Stone. 18 versus... I guess another Aquamarine in this would have been a good idea. I didn't have Oddly Smooth Stone while I was in the store, though. That happened afterwards. So I wouldn't have known. Well, was that the place that I was offered it? I know I took one for the other card. Oh well. I'm going to use Akabeko on Refracted Beam here. Oh yeah. Plenty of block. I think I want this in more. Doesn't matter whether or not I play that, so I'm just going to do it anyways. $20 block. Now we're being attacked for 21, but we have 5. Man, we have so much strength. $22? 24. 24 damage incoming. So I need to play the Piercing Hide. Or go into defensive. I don't think going into defensive is necessary, though. I'm going to play the Revenge Protocol for later. The Thorns help. That's for sure. I guess I could have gone into defensive for the Thorns. Alright, 24 times 8 is a kill. I'm fairly certain. Yeah. That was only 7 of them, I think, too. No, maybe it was 8. I don't know. It was a lot of damage. Okay. Alright, problem, we can't use Giga Beam because he has a buffer. Just be a waste. Could you use Spirit Guardian's thing here? Seems reasonable. Don't need to go into defensive right now, I just wanted the floating orbs. Oh. Maybe I could have used Giga Beam. But it's fine, we have Akabeka with us anyway. 90? Giga Beam would have done 40 plus 24. 64, wouldn't have even come close. 72, actually, with Akabeko. I guess I still could have done more damage with the remaining multi-beam, but I still had to play Resilient Plate too. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Oh, the bomb's coming in. Oh, good. Alright, crisis averted. Although, can we still block it? This is 7, 5, and 5. 17 plus 15 is 32. No, we can't. Okay. I don't have a repulsor in play yet, but it doesn't matter this fight, so... just gonna do some damage and get that in play. How did that interact with the boot? I do not know. I feel like I saw this and Tungsten Rod go off, but no extra damage was done. He has Artifact. Very difficult to get any kind of debuff on this guy. I probably do need to go into defensive for next turn specifically, since there will be a big attack. And we don't really have defensive tools next turn. I guess roll attack would be one, but we'd still have to luck out a bit. I don't really care about Piercing Hide here. I'd rather spend my energy on multi-beam. Alright, how much are we looking at here? 67 block versus 61 damage? Cool. I have 5 energy and all of these cards cost 2. Wow. Do we even care? Do we just have a kill? Yes. Yes, we do have a kill. No, we don't care. I wonder if we get a kill here with just multi-beam. Probably not, but yeah, it'd be nice. Better yet, Apparition multi-beam. It's probably going to be Apparition Shield Charge Prevent Steam multi-beam. I think I want Watcher first, so that I can get the kill pretty much immediately after killing her. That seems reasonable. She gives how much vigor? 8. 8 vigor upon killing her. That will give it to the enemies too, but if they're all dead, it doesn't matter. And I have multi-beams. Alright, what do we got? Final package today. Not a Giga Beam. Okay. Like, barely anything useful? We don't even have any way to put Orb Walk into stasis right now, but I guess we can wait. Or I can just play it. Could also do stuff with Defect here. That doesn't seem like a terrible idea either. Yeah, okay. think it's better than taking a bunch of expensive stuff. Multi-beam? Let's just... that doesn't actually get rid of it. Repulsor would, but we don't even have that yet. I do actually want this in, don't I? Because I have this. So if I get a kill with Twin Slam, I have a chance of doing a bunch of damage next turn. Oh. Okay. Going into defensive too? That's great. Okay. Okay, apparently it's not that much damage that we're able to do here. I'd rather wait, I think, but we'd have to redraw. I guess Gem Cannon could get us out. Seems reasonable. Alright, we'll wait for Gem Cannon, see if that can do it. It's a lot of block. Okay. They should both be buffing this turn. Come on, Gem Cannon, you can't be doing this to me. Okay. Damage time. That was interesting. This is 22 times 5 is 110. We don't have enough. I do have enough to block this, though, with both buffers. Well, with one buffer. Actually, I guess both if I want to just do that. Yeah, let's just do that. Do more damage this turn. I've gone into defensive there. Alright, well, it's dead. Ink bottle. Nope. Is this a bad card for us? I don't think so. Or bad relic, I mean. Playing Gem Cannon would make the Gem Cannon in our deck useless, but I don't really care. Because we were only going to play it once anyway. We have a few dead cards like the Shield Chargers and Charge Ups. I think those are good enough for you. And also the Haunted. The Ascender's Bane. Yeah, I think that we can justify not taking this. Medkick is useless. So that's funny. Let's get rid of Defend again, I think. Yeah. With our 134 remaining gold, do we want to buy anything? Honestly, I think we're good as is, but maybe Body Slam could help somewhat. We do have the ability to make quite a bit of block, and ending the fight faster is always good. And I guess having one more damage source just in case we get haunted too much is a good idea. So I'll take it. Let's get this into our Twin Slam. Let's get our final upgrade. Probably one of the repulsors, right? Yeah, we don't need Body Slam or Gem Cannon upgraded. Repulsors are more important. Could also upgrade Spheric Shield, but we're planning not to play that for a while. Alright, let's just get this into play. Let's win. Okay, looks like we're losing Spheric Shield, which is fine. I guess I could use Gambler's Brew to get rid of it. Maybe even use Haunted again. I think there's better uses of this potion. Goodbye, Spheric Shield. You saved us plenty of health early. Now we don't need you. Okay, we did not get another Haunted, which is interesting. We also didn't get a lot of block in this hand. I do want my strength no matter what. I think we can wait on the shield chargers, though. Could use our potion here for more damage on Body Slam. Let's see what Ink Bottle draws, actually. Okay, another defend. That's enough block, I think. No, not quite. It would be enough if I had 7 and 7, but not this. This is probably better to save for the Divinity turn anyways. We'll take a bit of damage here. Another Bewildered, huh? Okay. Bewildered's actually kind of good for us. In hands other than these anyways. This has to go. Because whatever we get out of the package is 0 cost immediately. Which is interesting, by the way. Usually whenever you have cards like this, you don't need to put a physical card into the hand. You can just put whatever it says there in your hand. What do we have in our hand? We don't have any way to put anything into stasis, so Orb Walker's not great. Bronze Package isn't great either, because we only have 3 energy left. Sentry Package is actually kind of good, because having that extra weaken will be really nice for the Divinity turn. So, sure. Let's do that. Oh, nice. We got our repulsor off this turn, that's great. Didn't really need the curl up anyways. Okay, so it did Bewildered. Again, which, again, isn't great. But it's fine. Again, we don't need the gems anyway, so... Do I just wait to do the damage? I don't think so. Oh, right, that gave us brace. Okay, that's fine. I guess that was something to think about whenever I was choosing which of the Sentry cards to play. Because, you know, whichever ones you play, you get the opposite into stasis, so I could have played both of the Sentry Waves first, and exhausted the Sentry Blast, so that this turn I would have gotten 2 Sentry Blasts, and not gone into defensive. It's probably an idea. This is going to get exhausted. It's amazing. It's weird that that didn't happen first. Very weird. Oh, if I put this into stasis, will it exhaust and draw a card, or will it still draw a card and it'll be in stasis? We'll have to figure that out another time. The Ultimus Drawing Revenge Protocol on time is better than Reroute. Eh. do this. Yeah. Didn't even draw the Icky. Okay. Well, we are now. Or the Aged. Aged? No. It had to wait to do its animation first. Oh, well, we have to anyways, right? Okay. I do want Charge Up. I also want... I guess it doesn't matter which one we put in. At least immediately. By the time we get back to the next Divinity turn, you know, let's just get weakened as fast as we can, right? Yeah. So that we have it for other things. I can use Apparition here, I guess, because I want to keep the buffers. That's fine. Another way to block the big Divinity turn is with buffer anyway, so I think our buffers are more valuable than our Apparition. Alright, back into defensive this turn. It's already weak. Wow. Okay, so not enough block then. Twin Slam does the most damage. We're still doing this, though. Do we need those? No, we don't need those. Let's thin our deck a little bit more. I guess I still could have played multi-beam if I felt like we need it, because it's a 0 cost. 78, wow. Are all our block cards gone? No, they're just all in the draw pile. That's where they are. Oh, we didn't even draw Curl up here to go back into defensive. At least I have Polishing Oil? Does that even do enough? No, wait, we have Sentry Wave. Okay, 38 is still one more than we have. But we have Ink Bottle. Defend. Okay. Good enough. And we don't need to use Roll Attack here since we have our power and the 2 shield chargers. These do more damage than the other 2. Don't need to play that either. Okay. Lose our last buffer, that's fine. Don't have to deal with Divinity for another 5 turns. We don't need Vent Steam anymore. Might as well play that. Cool. We're surprisingly slow on damage. I'm a little bit puzzled as to how that's the case. Body Slam's not here on a good defense turn either. I think I'm gonna see if I can redraw into Sentry Wave for next turn. Oh, it's Ethereal. Why is that Ethereal? Did we draw a Haunted? I guess we must have. 40 times 3. Okay. And roll attacks in stasis? Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know how it got that close. I guess we have these two, didn't we? I guess I should have thought of that. Oh well. We win. Tunnel vision too hard on playing the cards. But it's all good. We still won. Set up ink bottle for the next run as well. Alright, cool. So yeah, this run got very strong at the end, for sure. Construction form is just very, very strong in general. And then we had all our multi-attacks. We had several ways to gain strength. Maybe I overestimated our damage because of Broken Tooth, because we only had one stack in Act 4 instead of 4 like we had in Act 3. What else to say about this? It just seemed like a kind of straightforward at the end of the game. Our Act 1 was a little... our Act 1, again, was an ironclad act, so we had to figure out how to beat that. Took every fight we could, got a bunch of cards. Were able to kill that in 12 turns. And we survived with a decent chunk of HP. I think there was a mistake earlier in the act where it forced me to rest where I didn't need to, where I wouldn't have had to need to otherwise. This body slam was actually really bad. I guess a good way of thinking about that was that I needed the control. Like, even though I was making a ton of block, I wasn't able to draw the body slam on the right turn, so I needed more control with stasis or something in order to get it on the right turn. And I couldn't, so it just ended up being a draw the entire fight. And with how small the deck was getting, we couldn't afford that. I'll remember that for the future. The Haunted did actually do some things. I don't know how many of those things were actually positive, though, because it did get rid of our Spheric Shield, which we could have definitely used later on in the fight. And especially since we were able to thin our deck down so far anyways, maybe we didn't need the Haunted. Or maybe it was just better if it hit our common attacks and we just low rolled. I guess that's just how it is sometimes. I think compile package, our use of the Sentry wave in the final fight was also a little bit suboptimal, but it was hard to see that line. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say. It was a very attack-oriented deck. We went into our attacks, leaned into them pretty hard. We were able to take a Busted Crown because we were so strong at the end of Act 2. Oh, we have Lizard Tail. I guess we weren't in any danger in the last fight anyways. Right. Sometimes that relic just gets forgotten so easily. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you in future episodes. Remember to leave me feedback on what you think about this run and every other run, or if you have any suggestions. See you later.